All right, second garden tour of 2024. We'll start here with the blueberries. This is the pink lemonade blueberry. And just really quick, we're gonna take a side note over to the snapdragon that I just noticed is starting to bloom. Right there, looking great. There's actually 3 over here in this area. And I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with these side areas. I think currently I'm leaning towards getting like some perennials that will kind of lean over the walkway. Right now it's all just like weeds basically. Okay, back to the blueberries. So last year this one did not flower for me or produce anything. This year we have a few blueberries on there. And I feel like to the amount of flowers that I saw, there should be more blueberries. So I'm not sure if birds are getting them or if just a lot of them weren't pollinated. So we have a few. There's some hiding under here. So hopefully I'll get to try some and the birds won't get them. And we have this beautiful dahlia that I started from seed. And it's doing really great. Oh, and it has a little buddy on it right now. We'll leave him alone, leave him to work. And then this is the other blueberry bush I had, which I think I talked about it last time. It was really low, so I lifted it, and in lifting it, I basically killed most of the blueberry bush except for this one stalk here. So I got another blueberry, which clearly looks like a different type of blueberry, and planted it in the other side. So hopefully next year we get a lot of blueberries, and hopefully we have 3 different types of blueberries. That would be fun. And then here's the fig, looking really great. Lots of leaves. I don't see any sort of fig forming yet or anything like that, but it looks great, very healthy, very happy. We're supposed to get storms today, so I'm like powering through really quick before the rains come. But I'm also very, very happy to have lots of rain. So this is the sweet potato bed / sorrel. We have some Jamaican sorrel here in the back. And I might go ahead and just put another set of seeds and just direct sow them. These I started inside, but I might direct sow some more sorrel here. And then here we have the sweet potatoes, but we have 3 different types. And I did not label them because I'm just relying on my memory. But I think these are the purple sweet potatoes here, those 3. And then these are the regular sweet potatoes, like regular orange. And then here in the front is the Japanese sweet potato. And then we move over to this next bed. Lots of beautiful flowers, which is awesome. We have a new coreopsis here. It's like a coreopsis, white coreopsis spiral, because of that color on the inside. And then we have a gomphrena behind it, which I think is ready, although they seem to also be opening up a little bit more. This is my first time growing it, so I'm not sure what like a full ready flower looks like. This is a pink calendula. We have a castor bean there next to a hollyhock. This is a chocolate scotch bonnet. This is a cornflower. I think it's gonna be a white cornflower, but I'm not 100% sure. This is really sad because this is a purple, let me see if I can get you to focus, there you go. This is a purple tomatillo, and for some reason this plant just never really did well here in this area. And there's another one, which is doing fine, but you really need 2 to pollinate each other, so I'm really kind of bummed that one looks like it's not gonna make it. And then we have another gomphrena here. That's a white one. We have a zinnia, a little cosmos, and we have phlox here and there. We have scallion, Jamaican scallion, all throughout all the beds. We have another zinnia, we have another castor bean, basil, and we have a shishito pepper back there next to another scallion. First sunflower starting to open. That's a Canadian sunflower. Well, the seeds came from Canada. And this is a zinnia about to open. There's another, this is the, that pepper in the back is like a mystery pepper that I just got. Well, it's not a mystery. It has a name. It's a Datil, Datil pepper. But it's a mystery to me because I've never had one, but it was a free seed in my last seed order. But they're supposed to be very, very hot, so we'll see how they are. This is another Scotch bonnet, which is doing really great. We almost forgot our little serrano here. I have another Gomphrena, more basil, more castor bean. This is the African marigold, which has bloomed. It's looking great. Nice and pretty in there. Up front here we also have the Statice, which is blooming and blooming. More African sunflower to come, more Gomphrena back there. We have a Spanish lavender there. We have pincushions here, which are very disappointing because I thought they were going to already be blooming, and I haven't seen any like signs of blooming from them. Up here we have a straw flower, which is bloomed and opened up. And we have another cornflower there. All right, moving on. We have eucalyptus in here doing well, and our garlics are doing well. 3 different types of garlic. This one's doing fantastic. These two, not so much of them caught, I guess, came up, but that might have also been due to how I planted them. So kind of learned for next year, but I think these are good varieties. Here we have our Mexican sunflower opening. One coming, one very open, and then lots more blooms to come. Have another sunflower here, regular sunflower. Potatoes here in the middle. All of these are potatoes, they're doing well. On the side here we have a blue sage. There. We have some carrots in here as well. Lots of mint because this is the mint bed. And a cosmos hiding there. Another Mexican sunflower here to come. More cosmos there. Another regular sunflower back there. Lots and lots of mint. And then I also have a bean. One there and one over there that we're starting that I want to have climb up the trellis. All right, moving on. So this was the Korean radish that I think I need to harvest, or probably should have already harvested before they flowered, but their flowers are pretty, those flowers. Last time I came out though, they were like covered in caterpillars, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it, let the caterpillars have something to munch on, which you can see they did a lot of munching. Right now they're covered with roly-polies, my arch nemesis. And then over there we have the daikon radish, which really it didn't produce anything. Just flowered and that was it. But I have higher hopes here for these ones. And see, there's like a little, I don't know, hoverfly or something that likes the blooms. So all the more reason to let them bloom. I'm horrible at actually getting food for myself. I just let everything flower for the bees. All right, this is another cosmos here. And this is a white marigold. We have this lavender martini agastache under here. Have the kale, which has gone to flower and is seeding. And then we have a Scotch bonnet there. Pepper. So I also did a bad job of labeling everything. So I have a feeling, and it's gonna be a guess, that one is a actually don't even know, because it's not another serrano. It could be a one of the Turkish sweet peppers, but this is the other Turkish sweet pepper, which I actually did label, and so I'm not sure that one fits that same look. There's a zinnia. Oh yeah. We also have our cucumber here and cucumber here. I'm really trying to get it to climb. It keeps grabbing onto random things instead of the fence to climb on. At least that one got the fence. And then we have our grape back there. We come around. This is a jalapeno pepper, which is flowering. This is a honeysuckle here. Under it, we have another snapdragon. We have a calendula, more scallion, strawberry. Look at this beautiful cosmos. This is what I was looking for from all the cosmos, like just gorgeous. This is a sweet pepper. Right there we have another Scotch bonnet. There we have basil. This is a Mexican sunflower, very large but no flowers yet. That's another sweet pepper. This is the same Martini lavender agastache. Some phlox here and here, being hindered by this massive kale. And we have some calendula here, or not calendula, sorry, chamomile here in the middle. And then we have the massive kale slash cilantro. This was a volunteer and I never really ate it, so it's just flowering now for the wildlife. We have an eggplant back there, calendula. We have some fever grass in the back, or lemongrass. And then we have the Cuban oregano, or coulis thyme. And if we come around, have more calendula there. Another cosmos. A cosmos right here, which is really pretty. Focusing on that one. I like how delicate it is. We have another jalapeno, zinnia, basil in the back, and then this is Swiss chard here on the side. And now if we, we also have the wildflower area, which has little poppies coming in, and they look great, blowing in the wind. And we have my desert willow back there. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to come in and cut another path to my desert willow, because these weeds, really, these, I think they're called wild carrots, have really taken over. I don't even know that they were in the wildflower mix. I think they're just ones that are here before, and so they're very much a bully. So I'm going to cut through that and then free up the desert willow. And then here we have a peach tree. We have two of them, one here and one there. I don't think they're gonna catch, but they are staying because in the fall, I'm gonna put another peach tree here and there. I'm just kind of feeling about how I like the look of it. And I'm gonna change up this path a little bit, which goes over into perennials. It does need to be weeded, so we're not gonna go over there just yet, but look at all these poppies and everything in there. And the tallest green over there is the pomegranate, which is doing well back there. If you zoomed in. And like I said, this is the other peach tree, which is just like the other one. I don't think they've caught. But it does look like, this is pretty funny actually, like a poppy is gonna bloom at the base of it. And lots of poppies. Look at that one. Really pretty. Alright. And now the rough side. So I'm not sure what has happened over here, but there seems to have been some sort of disease or something that's hit a lot of this bed. So that should be a poppy there, but look at the leaves. And look at what's happened to these cornflowers. The leaves have all just looked kind of destroyed. I'm not sure what is going on though. This yarrow has looked like it's suffering from something too. The onion looks fine. The onion looks great. We have a strawberry here. We have stock there, which this is my first time growing stock. I really like that bloom, although it does feel significantly shorter than what I was expecting. And the raspberry looks great. The raspberry is doing well. So I'm going to research more, like maybe these things shouldn't be grown with the raspberry. Maybe it's something that blew in. I'm not sure. But then if I look at these wild carrots over here, they also look like they're suffering from something. So that's what makes me think it's something that blew onto this side. We have another straw flower here. It isn't close to blooming yet like the other one. This is a leek that I planted, I think like September-ish, 2023. No, 2022. It's been in there a really long time. That one and this one. This one's gonna flower. I plan to collect the seeds from here to have one that's more like suitable to this area. This one I'm just trying to figure out how to cook it. That's kind of why it's been sitting there so long, because I'm like, I don't know how to cook it, and they seem like they're doing fine. It takes them a while before they'll actually go to seed, unlike the onions, which are already, these are going to seed, and there's not even really like an onion head formed yet down there. The cornflowers are really pretty, so lots of pretty blooms here. If we come around, we have the Korean mint, which looks great. It's doing really well. Oh yeah, in here we also have some tomatoes that are suffering for sure. I feel like the tomatoes might have blight already. I struggle with the tomatoes. I don't even know they were worth me growing, but I try them because it's a garden. You should have some tomatoes in there. I don't even eat tomatoes that often. These are more tomatoes here along the side. And if we come around, we have another yellow coreopsis. Have more snapdragons here, which have already bloomed and look like they're going to rebloom. These made it through the winter, so they're actually from last year. We have more basil. We have the calendula. This is Aster China, or China Aster, I say it both ways. This was one that like I've had the hardest time growing asters, so I'm very excited that this one made it and that it looks like it might even bloom. This is also the problem because this plant was looking fine a day or two ago, and now it looks like this, and I'm wondering if it might be spider mites on there too. So I just feel like this side of the garden is just suffering from a lot of problems, and I'm not really sure what they are because they seem to be a whole bunch of things combined. And then here, this is a see, I actually think that this might be the other Turkish sweet pepper, so I really don't know what that other pepper was, but we'll see when it blooms. We have a watermelon there, and I might seed another one in here. We have chives here, and this was a honeysuckle, but look at how it's lost all its leaves, or huckleberry, sorry. Comparing with the huckleberry on the other side, you can definitely see the difference in how all the leaves are gone here. That is another white marigold. Again, looks much worse than the one on the other side. It's a zinnia that's self-seeded. I think we have another one coming in that's self-seeded. More of the scallion. It's a cosmos over here. And another gomphrena down there. And then if we come over here, we have a blooming white marigold there. And then another volunteer zinnia. This is the lavender martini agastache. Another white coreopsis. Some more snapdragon. Another cosmos. The really, really struggling tomatoes. But also look at how many tomatoes are on this one. This guy is like pretty much dead. I need to pull him out. And then these are definitely suffering, but there are tomatoes over there. Basil also suffering with something. Calendula there. The mystery plant that I'm still not sure about, but it has a bud. So hopefully soon we'll see a bloom and it'll tell me what it is. This is the dahlia that came back. It's looking great. Well, it's looking okay. Great compared to everything else on this side, but you can also see there's some damage there. So I'm not really sure what is happening on this side. This is some Italian dandelion that's self-seeded. This is more stalk here and here. More chamomile. Calendula. Another white marigold. This is another shishito pepper here. There's a pincushion plant flower there. It's also not blooming or anything. And then this is the other huckleberry, also suffering. So, I mean, they produced little berries, but something definitely happened to destroy all their leaves. This one might be a bacteria situation, but it just seemed like this side of the garden is really suffering with something. So I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know, wind or something, and it started in that further bed, and then the wind just blew it on this side because this is kind of the direction of the wind or what's going on. And then this is the rose here in the middle. And I do plan to get rid of these two and make that the dominant one that I kind of shift over to this middle and have it grow up, because that one looks much healthier than these guys do. And we'll end on this little area over here where we have thyme, we have a lot of oregano, and we have some bearded irises blooming / blooms coming. And that's the end of the second garden tour. But real quick, look at this. These are what I have all throughout the garden, eating everything. All different types, apparently. I think I've seen about 3 or 4 different types of caterpillar so far. But yeah, that's it for the second garden tour of 2024.